Well, I'm here. I'm alive. Looks like I'm alive. Yeah, I'm alive. Okay. What's new and exciting? It's Monday. It sucks. It's hot, humid. We're getting overcast. You go from sun to overcast. By the time I turn around again, it'll be bright sunlight out there. Anyhow, let's start off with what's new first. The Supreme Court justices are giving in to Trump every chance they get. Uh, there's so much work for anybody that replaces Trump that I don't think it's going to take. It's going to take more than one person. It's going to take a more than one term, maybe more than two or three terms before we're ever back to normal again, if we ever reach that point again. Because now we have coming out in the Democratic Party people that they call social democrats. I got news for you. Before you guys get into that kind of a decision, you need to remove Trump and some of the other lackeys from office. Once you accomplish that, then you can get into bickering amongst yourselves, and maybe it'll mean something, and maybe it won't. You never know, you know. I doubt very seriously that it's going to mean anything, but you can try. Because the Supreme Court is definitely bought. What's this? 5 were killed in Germany in a attack on, I guess, a family sort of rescue center. That brought out something that it's harder to get guns in Germany than it is to get guns almost anywhere else in the world. It's some of the toughest gun laws in the world. And as you can see, laws don't mean a lot when you got crazy people that want firearms. I don't know the whole story there. It just doesn't, just another one of the horror stories that you see on a Monday morning. No wonder people don't want to get out of bed on Monday and don't even want to go to work or anything else on a Monday, you know? All this garbage that's going on in the world. Really is a horrible, horrible thing. I'm just adjusting my microphone right now. Okay, good enough. All right. Thank you, world, because it wasn't registering right down here in the bottom of my screen. Okay. Trump had to pay and wrote a check out to Jean Carroll for $5 million because the judge ordered him to, because he couldn't keep the bullshit up any longer. What a scumbag this man is. But we all know that. Some of you voted for him anyhow because you just like scumbags. You think the rest of what he's going to do is going to be better for the country. Nothing this man does, if it doesn't benefit him personally, will get done and will be good for the country. Okay? An Argentine soccer or football player from the World Cup I don't know how to describe this in terms of how he's feeling right now. But in the earthquakes in Venezuela, he lost his wife and 2 children. Now that's just, I don't know how you compensate for that. I don't know how you handle something like that. I don't know their family status or what they were doing in Venezuela. He has a home in Venezuela, but he plays for Argentina, so I don't know how that works out or what the deal is. I guess he probably, I don't know. I don't want to get involved in the other issues. I just think it's a horrible situation for the young man, and I don't know how you cope with stuff like that. You know, that's like, you go to bed and everything's great, and you wake up in the morning and find out your family's gone. Wow, that's fucked up. Another wonderful Monday morning story. 117 dogs were found in a no-kill shelter. 117 dead dogs are secretly buried in a no-kill shelter. Now, you see, I'm the kind of guy that says, well, I think we should have a contest to see how far those assholes can run with some people, with people shooting at them. You know? And it's a death race. You know, you don't get to survive by falling down and pretending you're wounded. There's people. That's just such sick shit. Then there's AI glasses, and they're being used. They're increasing cheating in final exam. I don't know how those suckers work. I don't want anything to do with them, but I have enough trouble seeing now. I don't think they're going to help me see any better. But this is a situation now where in China, especially, they're using it to cheat. So if that's the case, and we have young people wearing glasses at high school, we're going to have a generation of cheats, no geniuses, just cheats, which would fit in well with President Trump, because Trump's a cheat. He cheats at golf. He cheats at everything. He lies, cheats. I don't know what he steals. He probably steals shit from places he visits. You know, they probably have to count the silverware after he leaves an estate dinner or something like that, you know. I think they usually give them stuff like that if they want it. I don't know. What difference does it make? You're supposed to have your own, you know. So, and here's another, it's almost the exact number of people, and I forget the country it was in. A skydiver accident with like something like 14 people killed, 11 or 12. I don't. It's the same number that was in the one that happened in the USA. This was in Europe someplace. There's something going on. I don't know what it is. Could be defective. They're all using the same defective GPS or altimeters or something. They don't know what's going on. Or they've got a lot of suicidal pilots flying around out there. Because you can't claim over exhaustion on a skydiving plane unless somebody overbooks it, you know. It's just fly them, drop them off, and drop them out of the plane, and you're done. You know, you do an hour, 2 hours, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 of those trips a day. You know, you're making a lot of money. It's I don't understand how the planes crash. I could understand an accident with with one of the jumpers or something. Why are these planes crashing? Why are a lot of small planes crashing right now? It's like an epidemic, it seems, around the world. Like I said, I think maybe somebody's hacked into some sort of brand of equipment that they're all using. You know, either an altimeter or GPS monitors or something like that. You know, radar. Something needs to be checked out, folks. There's something absolutely wrong with all that going on. It's too much of a coincidence, and I don't believe in coincidences. And here's something that makes absolutely perfect sense to me. I read it and I said, how could somebody be so smart and other people so stupid? You know, people were trying to figure out, and this isn't usually done. This is a job that would have gone to the Secretary of State. Like with Nixon, it would have been Kissinger when he had to go to France to negotiate with the Vietnamese, and he ended up losing. You know, they didn't win shit. They lucky they got out of the country alive, type of deal. This is what's going on with Iran. Yeah. And I get Iran and Iraq confused all the time in my head. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, but that just IR. You know what I mean? All right. Their Republicans are supposedly afraid that Trump is using him as a scapegoat. And I got news for you. They should be afraid because that is what's going to happen. He is going to end up using them as a scapegoat. That's what he does. That's his motto. That's his gig. You know. What am I losing here? Oh, nothing. Okay. So for him, he has to have somebody to blame. He never takes responsibility for anything. It's always somebody else's fault. You know, he's a genius. He doesn't make mistakes. Getting out of bed is his first mistake. After that, it's just downhill. One mistake after another, one idiot move after another, one wrong moment. You know, how do you justify you got a president that likes to, when nobody's supposedly really listening to him, post things at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever to this truth social thing? How do you justify a moron like that? Well, he's always thinking about what? Just nothing good posted. If it was something good, if he came up with a brilliant idea and it was a great idea and he posted it, I think the world would love it. But it's not. It's some stupid bullshit complaint about somebody or an attack on somebody that he knows the person's asleep and that he has at least 6 hours or so before the guy wakes up so that he can go out and be someplace else rather than have the guy knocking on his door when he opens it, punch him in the face. I'd love to see that. I'd like to see somebody like Obama. Well, I don't want to see Obama do it. I think Obama's too much of a gentleman to do it. Although Trump keeps bringing his wife into it, there's a strong possibility it could happen. Walk into the Oval Office and just walk up to Trump, and when Trump puts his hand out to shake his hand or whatever, just punch him square in the face as hard as he can. I'd love to see that. He deserves it, that fat piece of shit. And that's what he is. He's a fat piece of shit, folks. I do this every day, right? And I say the same things every day, but nobody's listening to me because besides my rhetoric, fact that I dislike him, I put forward evidence that the man is losing his mind, has no credibility anywhere, okay, except with some rich people because he's paying them to have credibility. And I just think it's a horrible situation. And I think there's not much that we could do about it, But this is Donald Trump. And nobody wants to do anything about it. Nobody's reining his power in because they're all looking, it's the Republican Party. We're going to be in control. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're just going to fuck everybody up. They're not going to be able to vote us out of power. Well, if they can't vote you out of power, they're going to drag you out of power. You're just leaving yourselves open to violence when you don't allow the exercise of the democracy to really work. Then you're just asking yourself to hopefully you're praying that the military will stand behind you. And I'm not so sure that Trump and Hegseth have total command of the United States Army, especially if they decide to use them in a civilian matter, settle a political dispute. They might have problems with that. I think that's why they're putting so many people into the ICE, because ICE is it's going to be like the what do they call those guys? Not the the German secret police. I got a mental block about that again. It happens every day. I get a mental block about something. And today it's the German secret police. It's just I don't know which way to go anymore. I don't want to see a civil war, but the more he keeps people from doing the right thing and prevents them from using the system the way it's supposed to be used, the more the odds are there is going to be a civil war. And Trump is trying hard to do is make it a black-white war. I got news for you, moron. There are not enough white people. So don't do that. Don't be so stupid. There's not enough white people that agree with you. White people have. That's wrong. That's a bad statement. Never mind. Forget was thinking anything. I'm leaving. It's Monday. I'm bored. And you see, this is a real TV. You get the dog bed in the background. You got a pile of shit on the other side of me. Crap in the closet behind me that's falling apart, by the way. This is a real live performance. All right, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.